Maybe we should. Okay.
Alright, yeah, okay. We're
Hello,
back after the break.
we're
That
back.
was very
A quick
clumsy.
break.
That was a very clumsy opening.
A quick break. We're back.
Yeah.
You're back on Live at Joe's.
LiveFromJoe's.
LiveFromJoe's. There's your host, Joseph. I'm Tom. This is Danny. We are all brothers.
Yep. That's
And
great.
that fact, well, Joseph is our half brother, but we don't say that because we're full,
Super good.
full.
Yeah.
You know.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother from the same mother.
Yeah. Brother by the same mother. Exactly. Different father.
Different.
Ours is a political hack. Joseph's is retired and was a postie.
Brilliant.
He's not retired.
Well, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Oh, that's right. He does. I'm sorry.
works at home
he
here.
works with retards.
He works at home here.
Joseph's
He looks after.
Father does some great work in the community.
Yeah,
He's very far below retirement age.
He's below retired, and he works with retards. They
Brilliant.
love him.
They do. They are so good. Okay, so Danny, we finished up your section about knitting and sewing and other craft work. Now, now, are we moving on to our new section now?
Division, or we will speak in an accent. Yeah, straight into the next section.
Straight
I
into
fed
the
you that
next
information about our being brothers
Yeah.
because it leads into the next section, which is why would your brother listen to that? This is a section that's disturbing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to get it so rolling.
We are.
We were.
Yeah, I know.
Before you
This is a section where we're going to talk about an album.
Yeah.
And we've done minutes, well, seconds of
Preparation.
pre-planning here
Yeah.
to find a record album which we do not agree on. You'll note there are three of us. This means that we can never have, if there is dissent, we cannot reach a democratic conclusion. So we're going to talk about a record, and this week Danny and I will be championing the record, and that it represents, while Joseph, Waddy, Inchworm, here, will be decrying it from home.
I decry.
So, Danny, what's this week's album?
This week's album is Apocalypse 91.
The Enemy Strikes
The
Black.
Enemy Strikes Black by Chuck D and his cronies, Public Enemy.
Public Enemy. This was in the non-Professor Griff years, when Professor Griff had been exiled for his rabid anti-Semitism, before he returned to the fold, having been forgiven for his rabid anti-Semitism. This record it came hot on the heels of, what did it follow? I think it followed Fear of a Blank Planet.
I believe it did follow Fear of a Black Planet. Both of the albums have very similar artwork on the cover.
No, they don't.
Well, quite similar. Like it's the
They
font.
feature the
It's
Public
same
Enemy
era.
logo.
It's the same era, and they were released around the same period.
The 80s.
Well, no.
No,
Apocalypse
because 91. So what they have in common is that they both feature the words Public Enemy.
Now, you guys
A very
both
similar
like
font
this
on the
album. You guys
They
both like
always
this
use
album,
the same font.
Okay.
right? You guys both like it,
Yes.
but you guys are going to disagree a lot because you're both silly.
Okay,
What
well,
grounds do you have for that?
that's not a particular can of worms.
No.
So we're going to be championing Apocalypse 91, The Enemy Strikes Black. Joseph is going to be shooting it down.
There's a reason that they're the Public Enemy.
First of all, Joe,
Right.
Yeah.
That's
if we could
because
just
they're
have
too
you,
raw.
if you could just have you opening the debate, let's say.
Okay, yeah, good. That's good. This is informed, structured debate. So, Joseph, state your case. Why don't you like Apocalypse 91, The Enemy Strikes Black?
It's rubbish.
May I just ask a question?
Yeah.
Have you heard it?
Let's say I have.
Okay, good. Good start.
Now, I've heard some songs from it.
Mhm.
Not too... I can remember them, but not extremely well.
No.
But I remember not liking them, and I do know that I really dislike Public Enemy.
Okay, good. Well,
But I'm not extremely familiar with the album.
right. So, from what petard are we to hoist you if you profess a lack of knowledge for the record itself?
Well, can you state that in a way that the average person would understand.
I understood it.
I worry.
I'm average.
I worry that that Danny and I enjoy this record, but that when we agreed on this record for the first Why Would Your Brother Listen to That, the case that you stated was that it was rap, and so you were going to be opposing it on principle.
Well, yes.
So that's what we're in fact debating,
It is
whether rap music is a valid
it
form
is
of artistic
more
expression.
a general rap thing, but it's focused
on
that
Apocalypse
particular
91, The
album.
Enemy
So
Strikes
if we
Back.
can if we can just extend that, but
Because if
let's-
you take the average rap album, it's about some angry folks talking about their grievances with the power structure in modern society, and Joseph hasn't heard it.
No.
So we might as well pick a record which is known for its eloquent discourse on a bunch of people's disagreements with the power structure in modern society that Joseph hasn't heard.
Yes.
Great, okay.
We
Bang,
might-
starting gun. Joseph, state your case.
Well, I think that rap, basically all you've got to do is make it rhyme, and that any joker who has a hat and a bandana can get into it and just copy another song's beat or whatever, and then just speak really fast and rhyme, and then everybody will go, oh, they're great, but all they're doing is going and going
Are you sure you're
And
not
actual
thinking of skiffle?
No, I am thinking of rap.
Okay. Danny, would you like to take this one, or shall I?
You're whiter than milk.
If you were any whiter, you'd be clear.
Okay, your first point about it being basically required to rhyme. Wrong.
Yeah.
Rap is not about rhyme. It's a focus, but I mean, rhyme is a focus rhyme is not so much a focus, but it's in poetry, for God's sake, as well.
Not
Yeah.
always.
Not always,
Robert
but that's
Frost, no flow.
that's my point. That's my point, right?
Loris Edmond, no beats. Rubbish.
Basically what a rhyme gives a rapper.
T.S. Eliot,
is-
never get a gig with Linkin Park.
What rhyme does for a rapper,
I'll just close this
flow,
door. Excuse me.
is that I guess really it illustrates the rapper's skill.
Danny, you've just brought up, you've just invoked the term flow. Why don't you elaborate?
Well, I like to basically, one of my favourite ways to describe my favourite music, when someone comes up to me and says, what kind of music do you listen to? I like to say dope flows and fat beats.
Yeah, full on, right there. Give me some skin.
Yeah, we'll try.
Okay,
Okay.
right.
Anyway, dope flows, fat beats. Basically what a flow is Joseph put it eloquently when he said, well, he didn't put it eloquently at all, but he said the objective is to speak really fast. Not true. The objective is to illustrate, illustrate your point, but do it in such a way that's always engaging to the listener, using your voice and your rhymes, your head, your dome, as a musical instrument. Elaborate.
Can I step in here? Yeah. I mean, you take a line such, and this may sound like a strange choice.
Well, this is long. We'll come back to this right
Okay,
after
we're
a
gonna
break.